Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Darktide videos of this side of East Yorkshire. And today we'll be having a little bit of a look at the Zealot Preacher, going for the character creation as well as a little bit of gameplay to see what they're all about. Zealots, priests, very keen on the old DPS, getting up close and personal, doing as much damage as possible, whereas shirking their responsibilities to their teammates by just violence. They woke up, life asked them a question, and they answered that question with violence. Their main ability is Chastise the Wicked, charge straight in, melee damage plus 25%, guaranteed critical hit, all that good stuff, replenishing the toughness as well. Iconic abilities allows them to do more damage the more dead they are, I suppose. Until death keeps them invulnerable for 5 seconds every 90 seconds when they take deathly damage, I suppose, as well as increased attack speed. It will stun people with the grenades and also increase the toughness and damage reduction of allies within their vicinity, as well as getting some 200 thunder hammers and some flamers just for good measure. So with these guys being priests, and because we've had a bit of a theme going on with our character creation, we're going to make your uncle, essentially. The distant uncle that you don't see but only at Christmas, and is never allowed to babysit because of that one time. And I do believe that your uncle would come from the relatively new colonised world of Paven. It's a self-sustaining world rich in natural resources, just like you were when you were a child. So the childhood, obviously, hive urchin, because that's where you want to be, really, if you're a zealot preacher, or a man of the cloth, so to speak. And we'll say that growing up, we saw the light, or at least we saw something that made us question our morals and ethics. Defining moment in our lives will be the sickness. I won't need to go into too much detail as to what the sickness is. And yeah, so creating our character, I think actually that's quite a good uncle look so far. He's got that Habsburg chin going on. I mean, is there anything? Oh, actually, I don't know. He's got the jowls like as if he's chewing on something there. I don't know. Oh, actually, there's so many good faces for potential uncle play going on here. Bit too effeminate for me, I think. Bit too masculine. I quite like that first one. It's that jawline. It's the crescent moon like the night goblins from Warhammer Fantasy. For eye colour, general vague eyes, I think. Dead in the eyes. We make him go a bit dark. Actually, shall we make him? Yeah, general vagueness. He's seen too much. He's done too much. I do quite like the mullet. The mullet is definitely an uncle. I don't like that. My dad had that kind of hairstyle, so I'm gonna avoid doing that myself. Oh, yes, anime protagonist. Actually, no, hell's bells. That's the anime protagonist, but not quite uncle. Although uncle has to have white hair. Yeah. I'd say that's quite an uncle stuff. And for an uncle, we do need... What options have we got? We've got a wispy moustache, scraggly beard, fully fledged beard. Do quite like the eyebrows on these ones. And I think your uncle would probably have quite the wispy moustache. Something to tickle yourself when there's whispering sweet nothings into your ear. Although less sideburns, yeah. There we go, quite like that. Facial tattoos, doesn't like pain. Unless he's been branded for his noncery, I suppose. Nah, I quite like a clean uncle, I suppose. Scars, baby smooth skin, just as he likes it. And then let's go for a slightly, not fully diminished, but just a little bit bigger than you were when you were 10 years old. Now, as of sort of every single game so far that we've recorded for Darktide, I won't show you all the voices so you can experience one, the rest of on your own, but I do quite like the agitator's voice for our uncle. So let's have a listen.
This is simply unacceptable. I am a chosen emissary of the Master of Mankind. I am not some common criminal to be shackled and tormented by jailers who, if I am to be kind, hail from amongst the basest and most inadequate simpletons who clingeth like limpets to humanity's lowest rung. And as for my crimes, that Hablock was steeped in heresy. Its denizens a wicked brand of apostates and ne'er-do-wells. When the enforcers refused to take action, what else was I to do?
So that Hab block was steeped in heresy, or as more commonly known in this case, children. So moving on to his sentence, clearly a bit of sedition, I think. Ranging from disrespectful speech to mass organisation. Actually, I don't know. Dereliction, insubordination, disobedience, real or implied, not following the rules. Putting it very politely. There we go. And we will call him your uncle. There we go. So much like the previous games before, we'll swap over straight to a game, and you can just enjoy the gameplay as it goes. We'll have a little bit of preamble towards the end. So yeah, cheers, I'll see you over there.
I have been alerted to a malfunction in the primary smelter at Manufactorum HL1736. Investigations suggest metaphysical disruption. It must be cleansed with alacrity. This is a holy duty, for the Manufactorum is sacred ground, beloved of the Omnissiah. Contamination is within acceptable parameters. It will improve further in.
Surely one manufacturer cannot make so much difference.
Proceed to supply elevator 91D, varlets. Do not tarry.
Gunner! Redeem them! I shall redeem thee!
Come back right.
A test of faith and purpose!
Gates are open! Forward! Hostiles! Rams all of you!
Enemy sighted!
I am thy death!
Crystal sorted!
The mechanism?
Proceed to autonomous resource allocation to reach the elevator.
Thy My distended flesh shall burn you!
Got a sniper!
I shall smite thee, gunner! Judgment comes! Fall back from the barrel!
There is no forgiveness!
I need some cover! Earn this mercy, freak!
Grunts are in cover!
Serve the Emperor tomorrow.
Do you seek ammunition, Zealot?
Abandoned!
Embrace this second chance.
Think it's safe to be alone?
I need some cover!
Let this grenade obliterate our foe!
In the Master's name!
Grunts are ducking!
Glorious! Thou took its head!
Once we are down, there is no turning back.
Medicae station!
You have reached supply elevator 91D. Commence next phase.
Didst thou mean to strike the head?
We are surrounded!
You did it! the heretics take an unnecessarily complicated approach to sabotage.
Doubtless, the enemy wish to employ Manufactorum HL 1736 for their own blasphemous purposes.
We must not allow that fate to befall it.
Don't like this city. Not like home.
Tertium Summit of the Wonder. The grandest planetary capital for 3 sectors. We're to keep it that way if we can.
Come on, Runts, find the smelter!
Ammunition free.
Behold! A noxious contagion of chaos!
Purge the smelter of all trace of demonic matter.
Aim for the weak point!
Metaphysical contagion in retreat. Continue.
Those quarters must serve me now! Throwing grenade! Flesh falters!
Do you seek a
Rejoice!
martyr's death?
The abomination is slain!
Smelter Complex Alpha reached. Head deeper.
Merciful strike! Kill zone!
Runts, all of you!
Freak! There is ammunition here!
I hear the dead!
You better
The barrel's exploding! Naturally! I cannot fight without ammunition!
hound.
A house ball!
I am in dire need of ammunition!
Grenade!
A mechanism?
Would you prefer the Inquisitor was taking a personal interest in...
Don't need bosses like you. shot in the back and I'll smash your skull. Just wanna smash!
I'm sure you'll get the chance!
Ammunition, now!
Ammo crate!
Bypass assembly conveyor 9112. Smelter control lies beyond.
Finally, a worthy strike!
You shot me, champion! I am your doom! No! I cannot move!
Canst thou fight on, Guardian?
I shall not fail you again!
You need to group together.
I see thee, sharpshooter! Smite thee!
I am unstoppable!
The master of mankind guides thee! Burster detonated!
I know none of you trust me. Perhaps you're right.
Shut it, weirdo!
At last, smelter control is within reach.
No return if we head onwards. Is that a med station?
Look! It's a grenade!
It is almost pitiable to see the machinery be calmed.
You are to drive out the demonic matter from this blessed smelter.
I am your
detected.
Battle and be cleansed of sin! Stand your ground!
I fear thee not, heretics!
Sire sees your efforts and is pleased. Initiate restart cycle. Iterative phase nearing completion.
Well, by the 9, that was quite an emotional ending there. You could see that last remaining player fighting off on to the last moment, and I almost thought it was going to get to rescuing us, but ever so close to finishing that one. I do believe that that was the last section of the level before we got to our inevitable freedom and whatnot, but all the players there were quite good fun to play with, and yeah, the Zealot, the Preacher, it's not a bad class if you really like getting involved, just murder everyone. Not too keen on the range play, although then again I imagine that's probably their weakness, is their ranged play. Found it quite easy to run out of ammunition in that one, and also quite hard to avoid taking too much damage, but I suppose that's the whole point of the class. But cool, nice one. Anyway, if you are interested in Warhammer content on this channel, we do Dawn of War as well as Darktide stuff, and yeah, come and check that out. Give us a subscribe, give us a like, give us all that jazz. Anyway, my name's been Mr. Landshark, pleasure always, never short, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace.